Now, there's so much creativity in the information community, as in the ICT generally. How can SMEs further develop their potentials in this area, especially since we have a lot of young people, venturing into entrepreneurship? How can they tap into this?
Okay, one of the key driver of creativity as it is now is technology, and everybody knows that. So for an SME to fully make use of that, you need to integrate and follow your market. Integrate and follow your market. A lot of business owners are struggling to, as of who are my customers, where are they, how can I reach them? Now you will notice that some particular SME owners or an entrepreneur has a BlackBerry, for instance, and has close to about 800, 1,000 persons on his BBM chat. Now you can send a broadcast. That is free advert or publicity to the 1,000 persons on that page. You can also be on Twitter, and you tweet, you follow some big brand, even as it is now, a lot of openings, opportunities, information, even job. Some companies now just tweet their vacancy, their opening. So we are saying, follow your market, make use of technology as it were, have a visible presence, and some of these things you don't need to have a social media consultant as it were. They are DIY, something you can sit down and do yourself. Just there's a lot of platforms, several of that small business owners can tap into. Lately somebody told me that they sell a particular brand of stout, very popular in Nigeria, abroad in London. Normally, we know that the brand of stout or we drink here, or beer as it were, is different from the one they drink abroad. And you'll be wondering, what's that particular product? What's it doing there? Now, if you now expand that questioning a little bit, you find out that there are a lot of Nigerians in that community that is used to maybe an Obalin this year outside of the country. So you need to know who your market are and follow them. Follow them, go with them, and use technology. But
in using technology, there's this issue of violation of intellectual property rights, and a lot of companies tend to fall victim to it, especially here in Nigeria, as well as some other countries. Is this not a problem for the growth of creativity and innovation?
Yeah, it is. It is. But we, like in Nigeria here, in terms of the violation of those laws, it's quite high. It's quite high. But I know that there are laws, and SMEs need to start getting aware of these laws. It's very important. That's why we talked about, and we'll never stop talking about the need for an SME to keep, searching out for information that will impact their businesses. The internet is there for us, and the newspapers are always there for us. There are business associations.
Yeah, but then you see, the internet also has its own, as well as it has, as much as it has its advantages, it also has its disadvantages.
Certainly.
So in the event that, for instance, as a small company, I put my business out there, and somebody steals my idea, and maybe because I haven't creatively put it forward to the customer, the other brand or whoever it is that steals my idea now builds up on it, and I'm the loser.
We advise, once you have a very creative idea and you think it's not in the market space, yes, just go and get your intellectual property.
Yes, get an IP lawyer.
Get an IP on it. Get a lawyer that will help.
Get an
IP lawyer.
Okay.
Intellectual property lawyer.
Okay.
Let them, if it's package you want to make it, if it's copyright, whatever you want to do it, trademark, let them do that, so that when somebody else comes up with such idea or stole that idea, then you now have a legal base to go and do it. But for some time, when you ask people like us, because we chunk out ideas every other minute, and it's the person that takes his idea first to the market that owns it. So that's what we always encourage. When you have an idea, don't say, oh, I got this idea from a realm of the invisible, God gave it to me, nobody can steal it, it's my own, it's a creative. The truth is, act on it. Work on it. Get experts to help you. Then put it out to the market.
Okay.
That's why you find out sometimes people want to register business. They say they have a name, and they start using that name for business. They won't go to CAC. And before you know it, somebody
actually goes to CAC to register.
The next thing what comes up is that. So when you have those creative ideas, I know there is a place for timing. I understand that there's a place for timing in everything we do. Yeah. But the truth is, once you're clear in your mind, you're clear in your heart, go to the market immediately with it. But make sure you test the market. We encourage that, because you can have an idea, you can have a creative idea, and you think because it came from you, then I'll get a high rate to buy it. No, you can feel it out. Feasibility. You can feel it out with other people. Somebody is thinking of something like this. What do you think? How can it be offered? How can it be best done? And people just share you good ideas that can help you improve that business idea you have. And before you know it, once it hits the market, it sells through.
Okay, so are there particular strategies for SMEs that can help such businesses become creative enterprises?
There are no very special serious strategy. Okay. Some of these things, like we said, is just simplicity for an SME owner to get thinking. Even you and your people, your personnel, they're just simple basic things. Right. And one of such, you can do something as simple as a reading people is a thinking people. You can do something as a regular staff book review, because when your people are not their mind is not stretched, they are not putting in some useful information, you just put always the naira and kobo, chasing marketing, chasing deals and transaction, and that's that. But you tell your guys to hold on a little bit, and you guys look at this particular book, this particular information. We do that in our office, for instance. And we also invite people, some other entrepreneurs and business owners, to join us for our book reviews. And those are points where somewhere along the line you just get the spark, a new information jumps into you, and you say, whoa, I think we can try this, I think we should do this. Do you understand? Book review, creativity and innovation is not something strategic or very serious and MBA thing. They are the simplest of stuffs. Okay. When you just get that idea, you get that spark. Then again, you can listen to complaints. SME people don't pay attention to customer feedbacks and complaints. They believe that, I used to feel like that before, a nagging customer is a difficult customer. Just that. But again, it's telling you what you are not doing right, what you are not getting. So when you listen to feedbacks and complaints, you can go back and retweak your system and think and make it better.
Okay. Let me just add to some of the things Edward has said. Reading is very key. Reading is very key, especially for our generation. Perhaps you say, our fathers, they did business and they succeeded, and they were in that book freaks the way we are at the moment. But I can say whatever they knew then, they implemented. Sorry. So the more we read books, because we always say the books we read, they are practically experiences of people, how they succeeded, how they failed. So, and we don't need to fail. We always say that experience is the best teacher when it is not your own. So you don't need to actually experience a thing for it to be a teacher to you. People should experience that and give it to you. Then quickly, I want to talk about what I call sometimes the law of the Sabbath. But the law of the Sabbath means I know there's this, I need to survive. I need to make money. There's this running helter-skelter all over Lagos, chasing clients, doing marketing. It drains your ability to think. It drains your ability to be creative. It drains your ability to be innovative.
So you need to work smart.
So, yeah. And that means even if you can do one full day, it might just be your early morning of the hour, maybe the first 6 hours. Once in a week, think about your business. Meditate on your business. Where do you want to take your business to? Because it is believed that there are resources everywhere. Resources abound in the universe. It abounds in invisible provisions for all businesses and for mankind. So the more you think, and the truth is, that's what I call energy. The more you think about your business, the more you read books, you begin to generate energy that will attract the kind of customers that you want. So we encourage, one of the things that can aid creativity for SMEs is just speak a day in a week. Even if it's 4 hours, just think about your business. Invest time in meditating about it. You'll be shocked the level of ideas and concepts that will hit your mind. Because it said that the human mind has the capacity to read 15,000 thoughts can cross the human minds within a minute. So you can imagine you have about 15,000 thoughts.
Just pick one.
Just speak one, and you really think about it.
We're always just too busy.
Oh goodness, you're out there.
Yes, we're always just too busy to do that. Yeah, but you see, some companies actually, encourage creativity, and for all intents and purposes, they don't manage it well. So how can such creatives, as we're going to be terming them now, be best managed for the purpose of achieving innovation and giving competition a run for their money?
In as much as companies want to encourage creativity, it also wants to maintain their core values and culture. Okay. Now, when everybody is throwing ideas, let's do it like this, let's go there. No. So there should be control. There should be order. So in normal standard companies, when people suggest ideas, fantastic ideas, we want to balance it out. Is this in line with our vision? Is it in line in our purpose, our core values as a company? If not, we trash it. Do you understand? So it is not every fantastic.
Why isn't it kept in a bin? Like we'll get back to it later when.
Whatever I want to call it, exactly. But again, we need to manage that. We may need to explain to the person so that doesn't kill. Because if you are suggesting creative ideas and it's not been accepted, you just shut down. Like, oh, they don't listen here. You know, another thing that kills that, it's culture. You know, as one of the trainings we did again, I heard about BBC. Born before computers. You know, we have some government parastatals that some of these new chaps are coming into. They say, director, MD, let's do it like this. Let's take this organization like that. Let's try this. Let's do GPRS or our ship and all of these things. And some of these guys are saying, I've been in this parastatal before you were born. I'm not going to take that from me. So they just label the guys at the top and say, these ones are BBC, born before computer. They will never take anything creative here. They will never accept anything we are saying. So they just shut down.
So, I think what Edward is trying to emphasize with that last comment is, it's important that SMEs embrace the culture of change, the need for us to be creative, and it has to come from the top. You know, it has to be from top to the bottom. You know, sometimes why a lot of SMEs actually have challenges, you find out that you have a boss, all he or she is thinking is, how can we make more money? How can we make more money? While you're just down there as a medium level manager or just the operational guy, you have creative ideas that can move the business forward. So every organization has to continually think how they can really invent themselves. And I like a very strong point he made there. Your core values, and when you look at your core values, then you look at your target market. The truth is, creativity and innovation is designed to satisfy your target market. You know, in the industrial age and the knowledge economy, we used to have what we call mass marketing. But in the knowledge-based economy, it's differentiation. Differentiation is identifying who your business are designed for, the people you need to meet their needs. Once you identify those people, your thinking in terms of creativity and innovation is certainly going to be tailored towards meeting those guys' needs. And any idea that is not going to meet the needs of those people, you don't need to invest your energy there.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this morning on the program. It's been quite an interesting conversation.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've been speaking with two business development experts, Joel Osebo and Edward Esene, and we've been looking at business creativity for SMEs. Now, it's been an interesting conversation, and of course you can send your comments and questions to any of the addresses showing on your screen, and of course we'll channel it to the appropriate authorities. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Harriet Agbin.